welcome to, this is the last ReadAloud for this quarter. We'll pick up again in the second week of spring quarter, which I think will be Thursday, April 8th. And there's information about ReadAloud on our website. Just go to the library website, and on the right there's an indicator for ReadAloud. Today we're welcoming Noreen Palmer and her daughter Ariana. Noreen is the Regional Outreach Coordinator for the OSU Medical Center and a guest lecturer for African American Studies Department here on campus. And she's also the co-author of this book, Going Off, a Guide for Black Women Who Just About Had Enough. I love that. So welcome, and tell us what you're going to be doing.
Thank you. There's a couple people coming in right now, so I'll wait just a couple of minutes for them to get in here. Did you see her streaming? Wonderful. So we do that. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about this book and how we came up with the concept for the book. And I'm going to read a sample chapter. I will be reading chapter 4 after the introduction that was by Jan Van Zandt. The concept for this book came about through a magazine article that my co-author was in. And that magazine article was a magazine that featured health stories or stories about women. And in that particular article, it was about women and anger in general. And my co-author, Faye Childs, was featured in that magazine. And also another woman who's very notable today, Susan G. Coleman's sister, was featured in that magazine article also. And that article was about women who became angry about something and did something about it. And we were so inspired by not only her story and how that turned out, but the other stories in the magazine that we decided to take a look at the subject of women in anger and dig a little bit more into it. And so we started out by doing a survey of surveying women and talking with women. And then we started looking at a publisher. And when you work with publishers, you have to work together. If any of you worked with publishers, you would know that. And so while we started out on a book about women in general, the publishers told us, their marketing department told us there's never been a book about black women in anger. And so we wrote the first book specifically about black women in anger, and that's how that occurred. Today I'm going to read a chapter from this book, and then I'm going to introduce Ariana Palmer, who's my daughter, I believe in Reach One and Teaching One, who's also now a published author through the PAST Foundation. The PAST Foundation is part of the Metro Early High School, which is part of Ohio State, and a portion of the proceeds from her book will go to the PAST Foundation. And then we're going to cap it off with a poem by Maya Angelou. And Wanda Dillard, who's director of, Wanda will come up here and join us. She's going to read Phenomenal Woman by Dr. Angelou. And so that's our program for today. Before Ariana reads, I'm going to read one of her poems, and she's going to do movement with one of her poems. So she does poetry with movement. I'm going to start out with a quote by Jan Van Zandt that was the introduction to our book. When I think about sisterhood, I ask, am I my sister's keeper? I say, no, I am my sister. When I cry, my sister cries. When I hurt, my sister hurts. When I think about sisterhood, it is about being our highest self. It is about being our most loving self. It is about being our most peaceful self. So that when we move into the company of our sisters, that is what we bring. European consciousness has a lot to do with the breakdown of our sisterhood. With this foreign culture, male domination has taught us to hate ourselves. We are indoctrinated not to trust ourselves, and we are more addicted to drama, crisis, and chaos than we are to peace, joy, harmony, and balance. As a result, when you hate yourself, you cannot love your sister. When you are not at peace, you do not bring peace into your sister's experience. When you are not clear about who you are and what your purpose is in life, it is very difficult to see someone for the purpose that they bring to your life. So if we want to strengthen sisterhood, we have to become the most loving, conscious, purposeful, clear, and harmonious beings that we can be. As we become more empowered and centered and clear the darkness, our sisters will be revealed and healed. When you move into a space with love and with peace, it is healing. For sisters out there in the world, I say to them, affirm yourselves. I am the blessing. I am the blessing. People are healed in my presence. For I am not my sister's keeper, but I am my sister. And that was written for the book for us by Iyanla Vanzant. There's one person who kind of helps me with my subject of women in anger, and that's Naomi Campbell. She was recently in the news again for another angry attack, and sometimes I'll get a magazine article off one of her episodes. So we have a sisterhood that she doesn't know about, but she's kind of helped bring a little bit of light to the subject through some of her very public episodes. So once again, it's kind of been brought to the forefront in the news with another one of her going off episodes with her staff and board drivers. I'm going to read a chapter that is basically directly related from our survey results. We surveyed over 500 women, and one chapter that really stuck out to us was about women relating to each other. And so I'm going to read from chapter 4, and these are things that were told to us by other women. Chapter 4 is woman to woman. I have never doubted that we were put on this earth to help one another, to hold each other up. That was a quote given to us from Terry Williams in her book, The Personal Touch. Terry Williams is a PR star for the stars, and she's really a person who believes we should network with one another and be supportive of one another. Each of the chapters in this book has a sister circle note, and basically what a sister circle note is, it's just a little tidbit that we share in another quote, in the form of another quote. So I'm going to read sister circle note number 4. We share a history with our sisters that can never be forgotten. Let's continue to rise higher as Black women and cultivate our relationships with our sisters through positive thoughts and deeds. I will nurture my friendships with my sisters. We also give a Bible verse because African American women were also relayed their spirituality, very spiritual. So we have for this chapter, read Proverbs 18:24. Women share the most intense and passionate relationships. From the wombs of our mothers into a world of male domination, we practice a sisterhood that survived a society that undermines our self-confidence. Due to our second-class status in society, we fight an internal battle as we struggle to maintain a healthy sense of self. Regrettably, we often engage in an external conflict as well, attacking each other in our attempt to advance. When sisters become absorbed in their rage, pain, wants, and needs, relationships are often damaged and concerns for other sisters fall to the wayside. Far too often, as a matter of self-preservation in a culture where competition for Black men is intense, sisters are taught not to trust each other. Some sisters develop the every woman for herself attitude and injure others in their quest to have a man. All of our lives we are told about our weaknesses as women. We are the weaker vessel. Is that why we feel compelled to put on such a strong front? From the time we are in school, especially junior high through high school, we receive less attention than men in the classroom, especially in math and science. Through academics and sports, boys gain greater self-esteem while girls in the same age group stop competing against boys and experience lower self-esteem. African American girls confront gender and racial barriers, but they also deal with issues of appearance. How we cope with these challenges vastly affects our self-esteem as we mature.